Yeah, I clearly remember the Highway 6 bypass. And still a lot of us call it the bypass. And we think of Highway 6 as still being right here, what they call Business 6. But that one, yeah, early 70s, it was under construction, opened in 72 or 3. Very major construction project. A little previous to that, they were building parts of FM 2018, but it was just segments of it between like 21 and Villa Maria and some stuff like that, and it didn't really end up connecting until sort of afterwards that it became a loop. It wasn't a bypass though, because you had so many stops and turns and red lights and stuff. And but it was a big thing, and it being a surveyor, my dad got a lot of surveying business because of the Highway 6. A lot of subdivisions, a lot of the property owners out there started, developing and trying to establish, and it really took a long time before car dealerships would move out there. It was maybe in the late 80s, some of them started, I can't remember, but it was really well over 10 years or more before it started being where people thought it was a viable place to move your business out of Texas Avenue and get it over there. I don't remember when car dealerships were downtown on Main and Bryan, but that's where they all were, when they were first established. And a lot of them were the same name dealerships, Cade, Haswell, and things, the Ford, the Dodge, that ended up moving on to Texas Avenue in the 50s, and the Chevy dealership was right here where the Bryan Police Department is, and Corvus Sears Chevrolet. But they were all in the older ads, you'll see them all on Main Street in Bryan. So now they're all out on the Highway 6 bypass. And but that was exciting. One of the funny things I remember, my dad being a surveyor, they were surveying all along adjacent to it while it was under construction, and even parts of it that had been totally finished, they weren't letting people drive on it until they had it ready to open to the public, and the police or the highway patrol start monitoring speeds and things. But my dad then would drive along the feeder roads and stuff to get to some of the surveying they were doing, and my dad got a warning from a highway patrolman, and he knew the highway patrolman, and I know his name, and he just said, "I can't believe you give me a warning. We were working, out there," but it was a month previous to opening or whatever, and they gave him a warning for don't be driving out there on the frontage roads of the Highway 6 bypass yet. It wasn't legal to do that yet. Yeah, the Highway 6 bypass pretty much opened all on one day. It was, there might have been some, if people needed the access to it for a new housing development or something, they might have a little piece that they had opened up. I couldn't remember all of that, but basically it was a big grand opening, ribbon cutting, when it was finished, and because it wasn't needed by the public, you had Texas Avenue, and so when they cut the ribbon and just painted the stripe to where you had your choice all of a sudden at the north and south end to go that way or that way, it opened up, and it was a major thing.